All right, education and strategic pivot. Now, I'm technically doing this video before I make the other two videos on my main strategic pivot brand page. So I will fill these out on the interactive documentaries and transcript system and how I really see that as primarily those tools being for the learning community and part of the education major market vertical, and the interactive continuous improvement ecosystem and the concept pivot engine and patent alert system. Those are considered strategic pivot. And so they have relationships with the social medias and things there for how they monetize their strategies. And that's how they define how you will get to the top of the ladder in each of those two arenas. So going back to education and these major market verticals, education and strategic pivot. I want you to understand this. You want to position the education community and those businesses and professionals to have their own autonomy for protecting how education tools evolve and this interactive transcript system. Okay, tools for making it easier for educators to produce these interactive transcript documentaries. Maybe strategic pivot and the education community both work to try to perfect different variations of that, and so they're both kind of monetizing this, and so they're depending on the network that you're in, that's where you're counting that API stream. And so again, you're trying to figure out democratically, you've got numerous companies coming together to manage a core infrastructure, and they all get seats at the table, or the top 80%, those driving 80% or more of the market, those businesses that are driving the predominant 80% or more share of the market. So you'll have businesses that each only have 1, 2, 3% of the market that won't be counted because they're just breaking into the market. They maybe don't have enough experience. They haven't built something as polished yet. And then you allow the team, and so then there's opportunity to break into the infrastructure and create a new product in that infrastructure. Maybe you have a unique approach for how to utilize that architecture, or a unique user interface approach. But that's the point, is that we want the education community to be organized to build these learning models and these interactive learning systems. And then the patent alert system builds off of that. The two have this immortal relationship. They care about one another's success, for sure. But you want to position them to each have their own autonomy as well. I firmly believe that. And so that's why I talk about the education community and its interactive transcript systems being separate from the strategic pivot major market vertical, which is the foundational technologies and patents layer. And so you have these learning networks, learning basic skills up and until you get into the foundational architectures. And so the hybrid learning platforms will specifically focus on these interactive transcript systems, and you want to empower them to talk about the ways they can evolve to let that marketplace enter its full potential. And then separate from that, you do want to, but related, strategic pivot needs this other infrastructure to succeed in order for it to achieve its potential, but also it's different businesses and patent agencies, and so it's a different level of the economy that this organization is really organized and built to protect. It does services for government, it does services for businesses and continuous improvement between businesses and governments and citizens. That's what it's really for. The education piece enhances the learning journey. The strategic pivot piece allows us to dial that in, that technology in, and really utilize it to really benefit society as much as we possibly can. But you have to have both of those focuses together, sharing in basically an immortal relationship. Otherwise, I don't think that it can be as powerful of a system that society really owns and manages together in ways. And that's what the whole point of this system is. And so thank you for watching my brief explanation on how those major market verticals are defined and how we pursue that in the overall platform.